I sucked at selling. Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths, and I am embarrassingly somebody who is not great at selling. And when you run an online business, being able to sell is really at the cornerstone of everything you do, because otherwise you have a hobby business and it's just a very expensive hobby chucking money into a business where you're not really selling. So how do you move from being sucky at selling to actually being able to sell and sell again and again? And for me personally, that came in a few different ways, and I'm going to talk through those. So the first thing that happened for me was in the beginning, I was so bad at selling. I would have a discovery call with a client and I would literally be on the call for maybe 4 hours. I know, it's embarrassing. I can't believe I'm doing this and saying this, but it's true. And of course, I'd give them everything. And then they'd say, oh, thank you so much. I've got so much to implement. You were amazing. Thank you. And off they'd go. And of course, I didn't get paid. And gradually, I got better with my boundaries. Okay, so you start giving less. But I still find myself giving, and I don't set up those boundaries. And even yesterday, I found myself on a call thinking, Lucy, what are you doing? So I'm always a work in progress, okay? But the ways that I have cured myself is a mix of things. So I did the mindset work. I definitely looked at my money mindset. I had NLP to help me with selling and having the confidence to sell. And those bits certainly helped. But I think the key things that worked for me was, number one, actually building courses that sold on repeat. So basically, I removed myself from the sales process. So I could record a sales video because I wouldn't screw that up. And I could do that in a kind of controlled environment where I would sell. And then that would play out, and then people would read my sales page where I could sell on a sales page, and then they'd buy my course. And they didn't have to talk to me. So I didn't self-sabotage myself. Okay, so I think if you struggle with selling, removing yourself from the process is so much easier. And I also found it much easier having a digital course or a membership to sell, because I wasn't selling me, I was selling the digital course or the product. And mentally, it just felt easier, it seemed easier. So that was really a big one for me. The second thing for me was actually learning how to sell on webinars. And so what I'd always done in webinars in the past was, I'm so embarrassed by this. I would basically do a webinar where I gave away loads of help and support and everything else. And then at the end, I'd say, oh, now I've got this course to buy. If you're interested, check it out below. And I'd talk a little bit, and it's this much money. And of course, nobody bought it because, well, why would they? Because I'd given them loads of helpful information, and then there was no reason to buy. So learning the process of building a webinar where I overcome pain points, I really look at my clients and their needs and how I can best help them and solve a problem. So identify a problem and then offer a solution to the problem. Suddenly I had clients who wanted to work with me, and it became so much easier. And there is a way for you, even if you suck at selling, there is a way for it to be so much easier so it doesn't feel awkward and intimidating. And, you can sell really, really easily without it feeling overwhelming. So the first step is to learning the launch system, which really works well in the online world. And I've got a freebie below that I give to my one-to-one clients, but I'm going to give it to you as well, because I really feel the more people that learn the simplicity of selling through launches where it's easy, not a big fancy hoo-ha big launch, just easy, simple, small. And then it means you're more likely to do it. It's going to get done. And once you've done it, you can just repeat it. But it's easy. It's low key. It's not a big fancy launch. It is easy to manage with your family. It doesn't impact on your life and overwhelm everything. And it doesn't lead you to burnout, which I've seen so many people do a big launch and then they burn out. Like, I've got clients who have not done anything in their business for a couple of years because they were so burnt out. I used to have crazy big launches, and I had this big fancy coach who told me to do this every 6 weeks. I was so burned out of a year of doing this. I didn't launch for a year because I couldn't face doing it. So I just eased everything off, went back to easy, made it simple, and it meant that I could launch. It meant that I could carry on and do this. And even though I suck at selling, I can still do this. So this is a simple method for you, even if you feel uncomfortable with selling, that it's easy. And once you've made it so easy and simple, then it's possible to repeat it. And then you just need to consistently sell. So it's not the same big hoo-ha. It's not a drama. It's not a stress. It's easy. Okay, so check out that link. I hope you found this video useful. There is really so many ways that you can make life so much easier in your online business. I promise you, keep it simple. If you enjoyed this video, I talk loads about building an online business that's easy. I'd love you to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you again soon. Bye 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 for now.